Hey, what's up everybody? This is Hashnasi KI6NAZ and we're doing part 3 of the Field Day MVPs video series. And today's MVP is my new to me ThinkPad Lenovo T430 that I purchased off of Amazon for $250. And that's why I'm mentioning it. I got an extremely nice laptop, a bit older. I think this is a 2013, 2012 model for $250, right? It's got an i7 processor in it. It's got 8 gigs of RAM, and I think it's got not a lot of hard drive space, but I didn't buy it for that. I bought this specifically, and this is for the Mac users out there, the guys who are primarily Mac users. Having a nice Windows PC, in this case Windows 10, is something that's really, really good to have. It allows you to program your radios, your Baofangs, your DMR radios, which pretty much all require Windows. It allows you to do that very simply, very easily, because it's kind of in the native environment. Instead of having to run Wine or Parallels or Boot Camp or whatever, you've got it all localized in this nice laptop, and it is very nice. For the money, it's great. I just did a talk with the Boys and Girls Club of Los Angeles, and I used this to give my speech with Google Slides, and I connected my SDR directly to the back of this. I have nothing but good things to say. In my case for Field Day, N3FJP's logger was my primary use logger, and it works perfectly. It, maximizes the screen beautifully, and I was able to do all my contacts through it. Now, when you're doing Field Day, the exchange is pretty simple. It's the call sign, your class, meaning how many people are operating at your location, and then what your class jurisdiction or class justification is. I was a 1B, one operator operating a portable station, right? I was operating outside with all portable equipment operating off of solar. I was also operating under 150 watts solar, or, non-traditional power as they refer to it. So it worked perfectly for that. Had I gone to FT8, which I thought I might have in the wee hours of the night, but frankly, I just got too tired after streaming for 10 hours. I would have ran FT8 here. Now, a couple of things to note with Field Day. If your laptop is just used for logging, and you're not actively controlling the radio with it or sending data to the radio, it doesn't count as connected to the power or needs to be connected to the solar panel. So this was connected to the mains, which made it a little bit easier to run. But that being said, nothing like an old laptop. They work beautifully. This one has, something that happened recently with laptops is they started reducing the number of ports, the number of physical drives, the number of all kinds of things. And this laptop has no shortage of drives. It has a VGA connector if you want to do that. It has a display port. Doesn't have a DVI. It has a display port, so you'll need an adapter. It has 4 USB connections, and most of them are high speed. I believe there's 2 high-speed, whatever the yellow USB is, and then a traditional one on the side. It has a DVD drive, and God, it has a oh man, what do they call those big cards? I don't even remember those expansion cards anymore. We don't use them. We don't really use these anymore. I don't think you can get this out. Oh, maybe you can't get it out. And it has a CF card. So, like I said, it's an old laptop, but it is a Lenovo, it is a ThinkPad, and those are still pretty good, and at that time they were considered very good, nice business-grade laptop, which is all you need for ham radio in most cases, even when you're churning out FT8 or digital radio. So, yeah, MVP number 3, the Lenovo ThinkPad T430, which you could get, I was surprised, you can get all kinds of really inexpensive used laptops on Amazon. I'll post a link in the description so you can check that out. If you're interested, you can also go to some of these ham radio swap meets, and there's always at least 3 or 4 people there that are selling used laptops. That can be a bit more hit and miss. I like using Amazon for used products. If you haven't done this, this is great, because you can just return it. You can just return it and say, hey, it doesn't work as expected. They promised 16 gigs or 8 gigs of RAM. Only had 4. In this case, they promise up to 3 gigahertz of processor performance. This has, I think 3.4, 3.5, and it's got an i7 in it, which it advertised an i5. So they even gave me something greater than what I expected. Awesome. You can't beat that. Hey, what's up, guys? That'll do it for MVP number 3. If you haven't already, please click subscribe and the dingling bell. We've got the Facebook Ham Radio Crash Course, link in the description. We've got the Patreon with the newsletter, which is coming out very soon. And we've got Discord chat, which is a lot of fun if you don't like using Facebook. Okay, that'll do it, guys. Take it easy. I'll see you soon for the next installation of Field Day MVP.